So, hey, it's me. This is Jaele, and this is me. I'm trans, and I'm finally coming out about it. It's been something that I've been working on coming out on for a while now, and just getting to the point where I feel like I am okay with everyone knowing. Um, it Uh, yeah, I want to make this video because I know there's going to be a lot of questions from people who know me in real life and stuff. I've already been asked a lot of questions because it's getting to the point on Facebook where I think if people don't question something, they aren't paying attention, and I don't fault people for like coming up to me in messaging and being like, so I noticed that there seems to be a trend going on recently. I totally get that. So I just don't want people to feel like they have to like talk behind my back or like make assumptions. And so I'm just gonna come out and let everyone know, yeah, I am trans, and yeah, so I have been asked a few questions by several people, all the same kind of questions. So I just want to get that stuff out of the way. So I am planning on getting my name officially changed as soon as I can do that. As far as what I've already done in terms of transition, I have started HRT. So what I'm doing for that is estrogen, little blue pills. This is Proganova. That's backwards. Oh no. The Proganova, it's 2 milligrams of estrogen, and I take that twice a day. And the other thing I'm taking is this one's empty because I just finished the last one today. Spironolactone. This is what they look like. I put a whole bunch in a bottle because I'm going to be taking these. And so estrogen and testosterone blocker. And the other thing I'm taking is finasteride, which is an HRT blocker. And so in the body, testosterone enters the bloodstream and becomes HRT. And then HRT is basically free testosterone. Like it's stuff that actually causes changes in the body. So the testosterone blocker reduces the overall amount of testosterone, and then the HRT blocker blocks whatever gets converted, the excess. So it blocks both. So that way, it's going to be lowered. So I've been doing that for a while now. The very end of November, December, beginning of December is when I started. And I started at such a small dose that I basically don't consider to have started until basically January, because you need to start on low doses to just verify that you're not going to get killed by it or something, like you don't have an adverse reaction, liver or whatever. So I started really low just to verify it, and started with just HRT blocker and then added in estrogen, and that way I could tell if something happened what it was. So that's what I've been doing. Estrogen and spironolactone doing 200 milligrams, but 100 in the morning, 100 at night. And estrogen 2 milligrams in the morning, 2 milligrams at night. 1.25 milligrams of finasteride once a day, which is a pretty typical dosage. Now, I am doing this DIY currently because Ukraine. I am moving back to the States, and that's part of why I am coming out. So when I get to the States, which is going to be in a week from now, I'm going to be going full time, like all the time, just going to be like how I am now. and go to work like this, and the people there know already, and then get a doctor, get everything legit, not do this HRT thing not do HRT through DIY, do it yourself, like I've been doing, but actually get real prescriptions and do it the right way. I have been prescribed as transgender by a psychologist. I did that here, and that was basically the end of our our stuff, because he didn't want anything to do with me after he realized it. So yeah. So I don't think it's going to be very hard to actually get it started. And once I get to the States, I'm just going to have to find people to do that, because find doctors, and that's going to be the hardest part, not actually convincing them, because I definitely am trans. A lot of people question it for a long time, and I was questioning it for a long time, basically because I was so repressed. I repressed myself. I wanted to be the good Mormon who did everything right and followed all the rules, and good priesthood holder and all that stuff. And I knew it was wrong. I knew the idea of being born the wrong sex, it doesn't make sense to Mormon theology. And so I knew that it was just a temptation from the devil or something like that, and God would help me. And in the end, it all didn't work out. I could not push it away. It was always there. It was always affecting me. And as I started to lose faith that it would ever go away, that it would ever be resolved, my faith in God decreased, and that caused other problems as well, and made me super depressed. And it got to the point where it was either I was going to kill myself or I was going to change everything. And I decided that I may as well give it a shot. I may as well try to change everything, because if it doesn't work out, killing myself is still an option. As bad as it sounds, as dark as that is, it's still there. And so, I may as well give it a shot. So I'm going to try this, and so far it's been making me a lot happier. I'm less upset with my life. I'm less upset with myself. When I look into the mirror, I don't want to strangle myself. So, yeah. The estrogen has changed a lot about how I feel, my mental state. Now, I'm not sure if that's the estrogen necessarily, or if it's just, a placebo kind of effect from just, the changes that I'm doing. But, I feel a lot more stable than I've ever been. So, one question I've been getting a lot is, are you getting a sex change? And I don't like this question because it doesn't make sense to me. Now, in the trans community, it's different than, in the non-trans community. The media portrays things a lot different than how they are. And so when I hear the idea of getting a sex change, it's more like that magic kind of, you push a button and you're just switch genders or something. Now, while that would be awesome and amazing, it's not how it works. And there's nothing that's called a sex change necessarily. I think the closest it would be probably just SRS, which is sex reassignment surgery, and that it would be for, me, if I were to do that, I would get my penis cut off, or not really cut off, but whatever, and a vagina created. Pardon the language, but that's what we're talking about here. And that would be sex reassignment surgery. Bottom surgery is often called as well. Am I going to do that? First of all, I don't think it matters to other people. I mean, if I do that, that's my business. And I get people are curious about things and how it works. There's plenty of resources online you can learn about how that works. If you really want to, it is terrifying. At this point, I'm not planning on it. I'd say that. If I get to a point, if I change everything else that I want and get to a point and decide later on that I'd be happier with it, I'll probably do it. But at this point, I'm not going to do that because I just don't have any reason to. But, I'd say that I am getting a sex change because, my physical body is going to change a lot. I'm already developing more breasts than I had before. There is definitely something here. It hurts. It's sore. My face is changing a lot. It's probably been noticeable. I am getting laser hair removal to remove, the undergrowth, the gray bullshit skin that I despise. And fat redistribution. It's happening over the next few months to a year and a half. A lot's gonna change, and I may end up wanting to get a top surgery, improve breast size, because typically transgender individuals don't. Transgender women don't have as much breast growth as a natal-born cisgender girl would have. Although it is based on genetics, and considering my genes, I could probably have a decent size for a transgender person. So we'll see how that goes. But so that's basically that question. And the other question that I've been getting a few times, is, am I gay? And this question really confuses me, because sexuality doesn't have anything to do with gender, first of all. So it doesn't really enter into the equation for that. Obviously, I am attracted to girls. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten married to a girl. But am I attracted to men? Yes, I am also attracted to men. I consider myself pansexual, which is basically how my attraction to an individual doesn't relate to what's in their pants. I'm either attracted to someone or I'm not, and I tend to be attracted to both men and women. So, yes, I'm gay? Question mark? I hate that question. Sorry for the people who asked it, and I'm now saying that I hate the question. It's just, it doesn't make sense to me, because gay implies that I'd be a guy, and I'm trans, I'm girl, so it's an annoying question. So yeah. Other questions? I'd have to check my Facebook again. But if anyone else has any questions they want answers to, you can leave a comment or whatever. But yeah, that's basically it. This has been a lot of thinking about this stuff, and it's been hard to get to this point where I'm willing to actually tell people. I've told other people, one-on-one, and everyone I've told, has been really supportive about it and has helped me out a lot. Feeling comfortable with the changes I'm doing, and reassuring me that in their eyes, I'm still me and everything is okay, like they're not freaked out. I'm sure some people are going to be freaked out. That's normal, I guess. A lot of change. But, you know, if it's like too much for you or whatever, if you're going to like be completely freaked out, like, I mean, I don't, yes, like, it's what I want and it is making me a lot happier. So, if you can't accept it, then, we don't have to be friends. It's fine. I'd rather be happy than have people as friends who don't accept me. People on the internet who are going to see this, hi. If you guys have questions, let me know. I know I don't pass. Like, you don't have to tell me that I don't pass. I probably should have said this at the beginning. You don't have to let me know that I don't pass. I know I don't pass. For those who don't know, passing is, you look like the gender you're trying to be. And that's okay. It's okay that I don't pass because, maybe someday I will. But I feel a lot better this way than I do pretending to be someone I'm not. So, yeah, that's me. This has been Jaele. And it's nice to finally let people know who I am. Yeah. Hope to see more of you.